this season.
Yeah, I mean, two teams with a bunch of new faces. You have a new coaching staff for San Jose. Both teams working out their kinks, but they're starting to slowly put the pieces together.
Sakima Walker wins the opening tip, which, by the way, she has done that all but twice so far this season. And the Bears go on offense first. Morris for Twidale. Lulu the drive and the finish, and a chance for an and one to get things started for Twidale.
That's a big bucket there for Twidale. Aggressive right out the gate. Looks at her defender, takes the bump, gets to the rim, starting the game off with an and one. As someone who's a shooter, that's got to feel good to see one go in early.
And I'm sure she's glad to be back in her home gym. Did not shoot it all that well in the tournament they played in Frisco or against Missouri the other night from downtown, but her last couple of home games, 8 of 16 from 3, and getting it going inside could help lead to getting it going outside.
Absolutely, and I love that she's looking to attack the glass early. Not worried about the three ball. She can impact the game in so many different ways.
Loving that full court press early. They just barely did get it across midcourt. San Jose State, not a lot of size. Coach Chatterton telling me they're gonna need to shoot it well because they don't think they can get a lot of points in the paint against the Bears. Shot clock winding down. Waugh throws it up and it will not fall. And the Bears come down with the basketball. Shepard quickly drives, Shepard quickly finishes.
And I think that's a way that Cal can really be effective this afternoon, is pushing the ball in transition, creating offense from their defense.
These two teams did meet last season. It was all Bears down in Silicon Valley, 82-53, although not a lot of players on either of these rosters played in that game. Cummins gives it up. Booster does not get a friendly roll, and another one and done. Empty trip for the Spartans. Twidale puts it on the deck. And the three ball by Barnes won't fall. Walker an offensive rebound. Twidale wide open. Will not get it to go. Another opportunity, and this time Walker will just take it herself.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun matchup to watch. Pato, the freshman, is going to have her hands full with Sakima Walker. Back-to-back boards there on that possession.
Straightaway three by Pato won't drop. And the Bears already off to a 7-0 start, looking to push it further. We'll get a blocking foul on Fuster as she cuts off Twidale. Whistle blown by Tyler Trimble. Here's a look at the attack by Shepard.
And then right here, Sakima Walker, just the bigger, stronger player down there. Pato definitely gonna have her hands full. Sakima is going after every one of those rebounds.
Already 2 fouls called against the Spartans, and that's gonna be a kicked ball. So we'll do it again. Cal has won 16 straight non-conference games in this building, going back to the season before last. We'll get an offensive foul here as Puff Morris, the moving screen. That's the first foul of the game called against the Bears. And the Spartans will give the basketball away. San Jose State 0-7 on the season and 0-7 right now in this game.
Yeah, this is a brand new era for San Jose basketball. New staff, 8 new players on this squad. Still learning each other and trying to build that chemistry.
Active hands there will force a tie. Possession arrow favors San Jose State. Had a nice little chat with Jonas Chatterton before the game, and he talked to me about coming to San Jose, and he's already developed a nice bond with Tim Miles, who's been there on the men's side for a while. But I loved his story on how he got into coaching. He played college basketball and thought he was going to be on the men's side. In fact, he was on Rick Majerus' staff at Utah very early as a low-level assistant in his career. And the one and done again by the Spartans. Here comes Twidale the other way. And now Walker will hand it back to Lulu. Finish the story on Chatterton in a moment. Walker inside, and the Bears right now dominating the paint, which is what Jonas Chatterton was worried about. But he would tell me he would he was a low-level video coordinator. Back then, they were putting everything on VHS tape. He would have to take the tapes to Rick Majerus' hotel room because Rick Majerus lived full-time in the Marriott in Salt Lake City. So that's quite a way to come up on Rick Majerus' staff.
Right, it's so cool to be a part of something like that and work your way up from the ground up and now to be a head coach. I mean, that's just a super cool story.
Well, how many great coaches have started in the video room, right? I mean, the one that comes to mind as the model example for me is always Eric Spoelstra. I mean, he was in the video room for Pat Riley. He's going to end up in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Jonas would love to have just a taste of that kind of success.
Yeah, well, because you've learned every single part of the game from the ground up. That experience is second to none.
Walker inside, his bodies are on the floor, and Jonas Chatterton's going to have to use a timeout, as right now it is.
This afternoon.
The Spartans, meantime, 2 turnovers, 0 for 5 shooting. Still looking for the first points. And that 3 won't drop. Morris able to come up with a rebound. San Jose State has yet to get a single board in this game. And they'll finally get gifted a turnover by Taylor Barnes, who shuffled the feet before putting the ball on the deck.
And that's something that we've seen San Jose State struggle with so far this season, is scoring the basketball. They got to be able to put points on the board and get great shots, and they're giving away possessions with turnovers or even a shot turnover.
Yeah, I mean, their games, aside from the St. Mary's game in which they actually did have a 4th quarter lead, have not been close. All of them by double digits on the wrong end when the buzzer sounded. Shot clock already down to 3. The lean in, and finally the seal is broken for the Spartan as Riley Waugh gets her first points of the game.
And if there's someone that can get the Spartans going, it is Riley Waugh. She plays with a high motor and just knows how to get downhill and score around the rim.
Well, the one thing we have seen with Cal this season is they get it into Walker and another bucket for Sakima. At times, they have let teams back into games. So if you're Charmin Smith, you're telling your team, let's keep the foot on the gas. We don't want to let up against San Jose State and let them creep back in.
Yeah, and we talked about in the open, execution and taking care of the basketball. Those are going to be 2 really important things for Cal to be able to do the entirety of this game.
Dillard's second chance try couldn't go. On the other end, it's Shepard for 3. And Miracle Shepard knocks down the 10th triple of the season for her.
That's a big transition 3. The confidence to take that off a 1-pass shot, that's a big one.
Morris getting right up in the grill of Fuster, and Puff gets called for the foul. It's going to be the 2nd foul on Morris, as she was called for that offensive foul earlier.
Again, Puff Morris pushing in transition, finds Shepard, cross-court pass, knocks down the 3 in transition. Shepard is a true 3-level scorer for the Bears.
Wholesale changes here for the Bears as Gisela Maul comes in. Lola Donez is on, and also coming into the game for the first time is Grace McCallop. And McCallop hasn't played much, only her 5th appearance of the season. McCallop able to cut off Waugh. Cummins will try the 3, that won't fall. And Maul will bring it up. Johnson Musa into the corner for Donez. Nice ball movement by the Bears. McCallop stepped back for 3, no. Charmin Smith likely to go deep into the bench today if things go the way that the Bears hope they're gonna go. And already getting deep in the bench here. Claudia Langarita also out there for the first time today. And the ball taken away by Cal. Maul, bounce pass for Donez on the doorstep, can't get it to go, but an offensive rebound for the Bears, and then they throw it away. Waugh saw the big bodies in the paint, decided to back it out, Ashley.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. Pull it out, get into your set, get a good quality shot.
And a travel gets called here as Stella Scrow shuffled her feet. So the Spartans give the basketball right back over to Cal. San Jose State just 1 of 9 shooting, and turnovers are not going to help that. Although Cal gives it right back. Transition opportunity for the Spartans, and a nice job by Maya Anderson to get around McCallum for the bucket.
Yeah, it's a good bucket there for Maya Anderson. San Jose State is really good when they're able to create offense from their defense, get out and run and transition. That's a way that they can steal a couple of buckets here.
Anderson leads the Spartans in both scoring and rebounding this season. Claudia Langarita gets tied up. Possession arrow does favor the Bears.
That's a good finish there around the rim. Maya Anderson, long and athletic, finishes well around the basket.
Maul had her first career double-double in the loss against Missouri the other night. Turns it over.
That's 6 turnovers for Cal so far this afternoon. If you're Charmin Smith, you don't love that. Got to take care of the basketball. San Jose State is super scrappy, and they love to get in those passing lanes.
Oh, how about that, though? Grace McCallum says, I'll take that basketball. Goes the distance for the bucket. 18-4. The Bears putting on a clinic right now. If it were not for those 6 turnovers, it'd be even more lopsided. Nice spin move, but couldn't get the finish. Maul runs into some bodies, and a blocking foul will get called against San Jose State. Gisela Maul's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, great job there. Active hands. Grace McCallum, easy 2 for the layup. Cal doing a great job keeping the defensive intensity and pressure up.
So Maul at the free throw line. Gisela now 14 of 19 at the line on the season. I spoke to her before the game and said, hey, you're kind of having a breakout year. She wasn't boisterous about it. She's like, yeah, things are going okay. I think, you know, listen, she was a scorer in high school coming out of the state of Texas. So we're just starting to see her scratch the surface of what she's capable.
Yeah, I mean, she only averaged 7 minutes a game last season, taking on a much bigger role. And she's become a really important piece off the bench for Cal this season.
Well, Cal got a little bit crossed up defensively there, but the Spartans couldn't make them pay as the three's no good. McCallum, she runs right into Anderson, and here come the Spartans with the basketball. Simons will back it out. Mehmetovic, Gisela Maul's down on the ground, gets back up. And Gisela is limping. I think she may have turned an ankle. I didn't see it. She's not looking at the bench, though, like she wants to come out, so I guess that's good news. But the Bears are gonna, I believe, bring her out anyway. And she does immediately go off the floor. Let's take a look. There she's on the left side of your screen. Couldn't really tell from that ankle. I'm not sure if she stepped on somebody's foot and turned that ankle.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see there.
In any case, she goes off, and Anastasia Drusini comes in. Droshuni, excuse me. Just the 2nd appearance of the season for her. We're getting an offensive foul here going against the Spartans. Actually, they're going to change the call. They're going to. Initial call was that it was going to be a foul against San Jose State, but now they're overturning that. It's a call here against Cal. Simons does just get rid of it before traveling with the basketball, and the Bears take it away anyway. About a 2-second difference here between the game and shot clock, so the Bears will likely try to wind it down as far as they can. McCallum. Langarita will fire the three, no good. And the ball will go back over to San Jose State. Just the fourth three-point attempt of the season for Langarita. She's hit on one of the previous three. Here we go, Spartans facing some pressure. Tanez and Johnson Musa come over and they sandwich the basketball to force the jump ball. Possession arrow does still favor the Spartans, but that's some good defense.
Yeah, that's great recognition there. Being able to see the clock running down, get your hand on the ball without fouling, that's really big. You don't want to foul in this situation right here. Aggressive, able to get their hands on the ball. Get the jump ball, and now you can set your defense.
And Coach Chatterton using this as a de facto timeout, trying to draw up a side out of bounds play with 1.4 seconds remaining. As the officials are still talking over Tyler Trimble, Adrian Gilmore-Nichols, and Ashley Birch, your officiating crew. So Simons will be the inbounder. And Johnson Musa will get up to defend the inbounds play. Simons does get it in, step back contested three. Probably not the look that you were hoping for with 1.4, but that was Spartans. Twidale picks up the dribble. Nice interior pass for Ojukwu, and Naya Ojukwu with her first points of the game.
Naya Ojukwu, such a good piece for Cal off the bench. She comes in, and she is always active on the glass. Cal
bench has been reliable this season, averaging nearly 17 points per night off the bench. Oh, that is a nice interior pass right there from Pato to set up Simons for the bucket.
McKenna Simons had some big minutes against St. Mary's in their last game. She only played a couple, but while she was in there, she was extremely efficient and did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Morris into the corner for Barnes, right back to Morris. And Puff gets tangled up. They're going to call the blocking foul against Maya Anderson. And that'll be the first of the quarter against San Jose State.
And that's the movement that I was talking about. You got to have cutting actions. You got to be able to shift the defense. That's a great pass by Pato at 6'4". She sees the floor so well, and she's able to pass to her guards.
Well, Twidale led Morris a little bit the wrong way on that pass. As a result, it's a transition opportunity, and now Twidale's going to get called for the blocking foul on the other end.
Yeah, well, the few times that San Jose's been able to get a turnover on one end, they've had good things happen on the offensive end in transition, but it's just been far and few between when they've actually been able to get a stop.
And Anderson to the free throw line. The Spartans could score on back-to-back possessions for the first time in this game, Ashley. Anderson 18 of 22, making 18 of 23 at the free throw line on the season. Native of Toronto in her second year with the Spartans. Just one of 6 returning players for San Jose State. Puff Morris with 2 personal fouls already on the floor, but I don't think Sharman's too worried about that. That is a nice look. Oh! Ojukwu didn't even notice that it dropped out. She ran back up the court like, yeah, that's good.
She shot it, just turned around and knew it was going in, and it just rolled right off the rim.
I think everybody was shocked that didn't go in. A rare miss in the paint for the Bears. Ojukwu draws the foul this time as Pato gets her. So Naya Ojukwu will have a chance to go to the free throw line. Ojukwu, a transfer from Morgan State, playing with her 4th college of her collegiate career. Was at Gonzaga and Utah prior to coming over to Cal. And due to the limited amount of time she played at those other schools, she's still technically classified as a sophomore.
Wow.
The reaction, that was the reaction I had. I had to actually clarify that with the Cal Athletics staff, and they're like, yeah, she still is a sophomore. Even though she played in all 3 of those previous seasons, she saw at least some action.
Just a great piece for Charmin Smith. I mean, she brings so much energy, and to have a player like that come off the bench, I mean, it's just, the depth of Cal is so impressive. Naya Ojukwu was a double-double machine last season, and she's brought that same type of energy here to Cal.
She gets called for the foul on the other end, and Pato to the free throw line. Looking for her first points of the day. And that will rattle out. Pato, a native of Spain, and intends on majoring in biomedical engineering, which sounds like it's a lot more difficult than anything I've done.
That is impressive.
Morris takes it, and Morris makes it.
Big bucket there by Puff Morris. Struggled a little bit in their last game. That one's got to feel good to see it go down.
The one thing about Puff, she's certainly capable of knocking down threes, but I just wonder if maybe there's been too much focus, Ashley, on the 3 for her. She makes that one, but counting that one, 24 of her last 27 shot attempts have been 3-pointers.
Wow, yeah, that, I mean, she has the ability to knock down that 3 ball. It's just been a little bit streaky, and I think we forget that she's only a freshman. I mean, she is at the head of the snake for this Cal team. She has the basketball in her hands, and I think Charmin Smith holds her to such a high standard. But the fact that she's only a freshman and has been able to do what she's done so far this season, she's going to have lows and highs throughout the season, but just continuing to develop.
Yeah, and again, she can shoot the 3. I'm not throwing any shade on that whatsoever, but, you know, she at the high school level scored in all ways, and you know she can do it here as Cal knocks down another outside bucket, and the lead now grows to 19.
Yeah, Taylor Barnes picking up where she left off last game. Knocked down 2 almost back-to-back buckets in their game against Missouri.
Great job taking the basketball away by Shepard. Shepard gets it back for Twidale. Lulu goes into the corner. And another 3 for Cal. And the lid has certainly come off for them from downtown this afternoon, as that is their 4th 3 in 9 attempts.
And Taylor Barnes just plays with such a poise about her game. She's a long athletic guard and just poses a nightmare problem for most defenses.
Some miscommunication there. That last 3, though, as we take a look at the last 2, that last 3 by Cal was set up by Miracle Shepard doing what she does. Miracle has 6 games this season already with at least 2 steals, and probably going to finish the afternoon with that number being 7.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
San Jose State able to come up with the basketball. Wall gets it ahead into the corner. That 3 no good. An offensive rebound, no good. And the Spartans able to throw it out for a reset. And that was sloppy. I thought looked like Fuster walked. They let it go. It's going to be Cal basketball anyway. Uh-oh. Shepard on the other end. I didn't notice she didn't come down. As we were looking at, he's going to go back to the locker room. By the way, Gisela Mall, we saw her go back to the locker room earlier. She is now back on the bench for the Bears, so that's a positive. See whether or not she can get back into the game. Ojukwu, meantime, is going to head to the free throw line, a chance for an and 1. Cal's lead goes all the way to 24. Mecca Alexander's going to come out for the first time today for the Spartans. Ojukwu unable to finish the three-point play. Get a blocking foul here called on Ojukwu as Anderson goes to the deck. Thought Maya kind of lost her footing, but she gets the benefit of the whistle, and now Sakima Walker is going to check back on as Ojukwu takes a seat. But 5 very good minutes for Ojukwu as she comes up with 5 points in her time on the floor.
And that's exactly what she does. She's just so efficient off the bench. And then you have Ojukwu going to the bench and Sakima Walker coming in for her sub. I mean, it just doesn't fall off for Cal.
Nice job going around the horn. Twidale unable to knock down the 3, however. Straight away 3 by Anderson won't drop. Morris battles for the basketball. And they do finally signal that it was last touched by Morris, so it will be Spartans basketball. San Jose State, they've gotten up 11 threes. They are 0 for so far in this game.
Yeah, you can feel that the length of Cal is really bothering the Spartans. Those long outstretched arms as a shooter, that just changes the trajectory of your shot.
Anderson steps back. Oh, how about that? Sneaking in is Brown. Comes up with the basketball, gets it to go, and absorbs some contact.
That's just great hustle there from Amira Brown. She didn't play in their last game, but really a good piece for the Spartans off the bench. Shot goes up, and you just crash the board. She was first to the ball, able to get it up and get to the free throw line.
Brown unable to knock down the freebie. Now we'll get a whistle down below, and they're going to get it on Brown as she was trying to hold Walker. And we've got a timeout here at Haas Pavilion. The Bears whittle their way back into this one. Cal with the basketball out of the media timeout. Walker, quick pass to a wide open Barnes. Can't get it to go. Walker will get called for the loose ball foul going over the back. Second foul of the game on Walker.
Yeah, it looks like Charmin Smith didn't like that call. Talking to the ref over there on the sideline, but Sakima Walker just kind of reached over, being the bigger player, just kind of grabbed the ball.
So we'll walk to the other end as the Bears are over the limit. Kalia Dillard. Dillard has not been to the free throw line much this season. That was only her 5th attempt of the year. Walker gets the defensive rebounds. 5 rebounds to go along with 8 points so far for Walker. Donez. Walker finds the cutting Morris. Couldn't get it to go, but Walker right there to clean it up.
I love the heads-up play by Puff Morris, knowing to cut to the basket there. Just misses it, and then, you know, Sakima right back up.
Walker wanted a dime, but instead she'll take a rebound in a bucket. San Jose State trying to just find something they can hang their hat on before they go into the locker room at halftime. Instead, they turn it over again. Donez will take the 3. Morris. That one rattles out. Donez sneaks in for an offensive rebound, so a 3rd try, and the 3rd try is the charm for the triple for Lulu.
3rd time's the charm. Cal's just too good of a team. You give them 3 opportunities, they're gonna knock down one of them.
First triple of the afternoon for Lulu, who now is just 80 away from becoming the all-time leader in made threes here at the University of California at Berkeley. Donis, really nice job staying in front. Brown tried the spin move, and Donis was ready for it, ties her up. Possession arrow does favor the Spartans.
Yeah, great cut there, Puff Morris. And then Walker right there just to clean it up. Just a really heads-up play. And then there, you missed the first one. You missed the second one, but Lulu Twidale, she's gonna knock down that third one.
Off the baseline, out of bounds. The three-point try, no good for Dillard. And San Jose State, they're getting them up, but they are not hitting them. 0 for 13 from downtown. Not much better from two-point range either. They're 4 of 24 overall. And the Bears on a 13-2 run, looking to push that even further. Walker, no. Last touched by Cal, and it will be San Jose State ball. Well, the Cal Bears, they've not gotten to 80 points this season. Ashley, they're on track to do that today. They're 29-1 all-time under Charmin when they get to 80 or more. And they're just about halfway there with over half a game still to go.
Yeah, shooting 50% from the field right now and 36% from the three-point line. Really just clicking on just about all cylinders on offense so far.
And not doing too shabby on defense either. How about that? They come up with another stop. McCallop in the paint gets tied up. We're gonna get a whistle though going against San Jose State. Bears already have held 3 opponents under 52 points this year, and they're on track to do that again today as well. They didn't do that, they only did it twice all last season. So much different Bears team than the team a season ago. They can hurt you in different ways. Last year, it was all about the offense and being able to get threes up with, you know, Suarez and Cremili and Lulu. This year, it's more about getting things done in the post, and then, oh yeah, by the way, they still can knock down some threes.
Yeah, just defensively, they have dictated this game so far. You could tell they just came out with a different type of energy to them after a tough loss like that against Missouri. I mean, you can just feel the energy in the building. Lulu gets another bucket there.
Yeah, they've got 11 second chance points now, counting that bucket, as the lead blossoms to 29. Walker all over Mehmetovic. And finally, the Spartans able to get Anderson free in the lane. By the way, looking over at the Cal bench, Shepard still has not come out of the locker room. We've not gotten an update on her status for the rest of this game. Walker hurried that shot, but there for an offensive rebound was McCallop. They couldn't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for the Bears. That one won't go. And finally, the Spartans do come up with the basketball. And Jonas Chatterton has seen enough. He says, let's take a timeout. We'll take a quick breather as well. 75 seconds remaining here in this first main part of the arena. Trying to put some pressure on that ankle she turned earlier. Nice strong take and finish there by Mehmetovic. Final minute of this opening half. Ojukwu gets it in the paint and draws a foul. Ojukwu headed back to the free throw line where she's 1 of 3 today. Bottom line is this San Jose State team, you know, what Jonas Chatterton told me before the game actually was exactly true. They don't have the size to match up with Cal. And if they're not hitting threes, they're going to be really having a tough time. And you saw that they're 0 for from downtown here, despite getting up a dozen.
Yeah, and we've seen as well, just again, the length of Cal has disrupted everything about their offense. Haven't been able to get the looks that they normally get. And even going into the paint, you have Sakima Walker down there blocking shots like she does. So it's been difficult all around. You got to credit the Cal defense. San Jose State still a team trying to find their footing with so many new pieces, new coaching staff. Really still trying to figure things out, but they do have some good pieces, and they've shown in spurts that they can score the basketball. It just hasn't been consistent yet.
Good to see Gisela Mull back on the floor after she left earlier with an apparent injury, but comes up with the basketball there, and now the Bears can hold for the final shot of the half. Morris. Johnson Musa. Contested shot, no. Ojukwu, yes.
She had to make up from that tip earlier and get an even more difficult one to go down right there.
Yeah, and how about his team? Because no matter what he says, the size disparity is still going to exist.
Yeah, I mean, even given the size disparity, you got to be aggressive on defense, right? I think that's the one thing where they can control their fate a little bit, is just be aggressive on defense. We saw a couple of forced turnovers in that first half, and then they were able to get out in transition and score, so they've got to be able to pick it up on defense.
Cal gets it inside to Sakima Walker right away to get this second half started, and Maya Anderson is called for the foul. Third foul of the game on Anderson. And Anderson, as we mentioned earlier, the leading scorer and the leading rebounder for San Jose State, so they really can't afford to lose her. They go right back inside to Walker. Morris gets inside and is going to go to the free throw line. That won't officially count as a shot attempt, but that was a drive that was not a three. Love seeing that.
Yeah, just the aggressiveness of Puff Morris. Watching her continue to develop each game. She's not afraid to get down there in the paint, draw contact, able to get to the free throw line.
One thing that has been elusive for Puff so far has been consistency at the free throw line. Now just 6 of 15 on the season from the charity stripe. Puff putting a little bit of pressure on Katarina Anderson. Maya Anderson can't get it to go. A little bit of a lineup change out of the locker room for San Jose State with Katarina Anderson starting this second half. Twidale, and Lulu knocks down her second triple of the game. Lulu starting to close in on Ioana Kremili on the all-time Cal three-point makes chart. She's now 4 back of a tie with Kremili for 4th all-time.
See right here, I'd like Maya Anderson attack Sakima Walker. Anderson has a quicker first step. That's a good drive right there. Anderson able to steal a basket, but I think San Jose can take advantage of that matchup, Anderson and Walker.
Donez. Twidale kicks it out to Donez. That won't drop. Good job of boxing out there by Brown. And Brown will take it the distance from the elbow. Not sure she called bank.
Sunday, 3 o'clock, bank might still be open.
Twidale nearly had it picked away from behind. And now the Bears do give up the basketball. Morris, though, gets it right back for Cal. Pull-up jumper won't fall for Barnes. Donez gets another offensive rebound for the Bears. 13 offensive rebounds for Cal compared to 12 for San Jose State, and Sakima Walker adds to the Bears' second chance scoring.
Yeah, there's just not much you can do about that at that point. Sakima Walker is just too good. She's a big body down there. San Jose's got to at least try to run 2 people at her.
Rare second chance opportunity for San Jose State, and they cash it in with a corner 3.
That's Anderson. Hasn't played a lot of minutes for the Spartans, but she is showing up big for them this afternoon.
And the Bears give the basketball right back. So San Jose State, and then Lulu says, you know what, we'll just take it back again. Twidale with the transition bucket after taking the basketball, and she's got 13 now to lead all scorers, one better than Sakima Walker. Lulu played all 40 minutes in the loss at Missouri the other night. Last 3 games for Lulu, 39 minutes, 39 minutes, and 40 minutes. Corner 3 won't drop there. Morris goes after it, as does Brown. And they're gonna call a foul here. Going against Puff Morris.
And Anderson right there, the confidence to knock down that corner 3. And then of course, Lulu Twidale affects the game in so many different ways. We've known her to be a 3-point shooter, but she's able to rebound. She gets in the passing lane. She plays great defense. She can drop the dimes off to her teammates. Just does a little bit of everything for this Bears team.
Morris is going to check out after the foul. Sakima Walker is also going to take a seat. Ojukwu and Giselle Mall back in. There's the numbers for Lulu these last handful of games. Oh, San Jose State, some poor communication there as Cummins expected her teammate to go into the corner, but Pato instead was cutting. So the Spartans turned it over. 12 turnovers in the game for San Jose State. Dane's in the corner. Here come the Spartans. Cummins has Twidale to beat. Lulu, good job defending without fouling. Danes comes out of there with the basketball. The shooting woes continue for the Spartans. And now we'll get a whistle underneath as Ojukwu gets called for the foul. She pushes Anderson to the turf. To the deck, I suppose. Not so much turf here today. I may have been watching a little NFL football on my way over here this afternoon. Anderson can't get it to go. San Jose State just 9 of 36 from the floor. Barnes for Mall. Giselle Mall too strong, but the rebound by Barnes. And then a nice block by Pato. Are they going to get Pato for a foul? I believe that is the call. Or is they
That the Bears remember for the rest of their season, but if something like that is going to happen, you want it to happen now so you can learn from it, watch the film, and you don't have that mistake later on in the season.
Yeah, and Giselle Mall, I talked to her about that last play, and we'll get into that in a moment. As Cal looking out of the timeout to add to their 30-point advantage. Shot clock down under 5. Twidale gets fouled, and we'll get to the line. So on that last play, the defender on the ball started off to be Miracle Shepherd. She got screened off, and Giselle Mall was also there. And she said, I talked to her before the game, she said, yeah, we should have switched because there was no way Shepherd getting around that screen was going to recover in time to be able to stay in front of the player with the ball. And Mall went with her player, and it resulted in a wide open lane because the two players down low were defending the corner 3. And you know what? That's one of those things you talk about it being a learning moment. That's a learning moment. Gisela said, hey, mistakes like that happen in the course of the game. It's just that was the wrong time, and the spotlight's on you to have that happen.
Yeah, well, in the heat of the moment like that, you have to make a split-second decision, which is not something that's easy to do, but you have to be decisive as a defender. Make a decision if you're going to call a switch, if you're going to stay, and then you also just have to have the help side. You'd rather give up a corner 3 than a wide-open layup.
Well, Cal just hopes that that's not one that they're going to look back on when the selection committee's handing out invites in March. But the good news is they're playing in a power conference where they got a lot of opportunities to get big wins the rest of the way. Ojukwu inside, chance for an and one for Naya.
One thing about Naya Ojukwu is she is going to get active on the glass. Anytime she come in, she is just a huge spark of energy, a boost off the bench. She's so strong and aggressive. I love the way that she attacks the rim.
And finishes off the three-point play. Ojukwu now adds to the Cal run, which is 7-0. And Ojukwu's got a dozen points. 3 double-figure scores here for the Cal Bears, as the Spartans still looking for somebody to reach double digits. Ojukwu underneath. Pato blocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, Pato's had a tough outing so far this afternoon. Only 1 point and no rebounds. But just a freshman, I think she has such a high ceiling, and she's going to go through some growing pains. She's playing against a player like Sakima Walker, who has the chance to be an all-conference type of player, but this is second-to-none experience that she's getting as a freshman going up against such great players.
Well, you always wonder, too, with, you know, bringing in players internationally, like, how are they going to adjust to being in a new country on top of being at a new level of basketball? Nice job getting the ball inside to Ojukwu as the paint points continue to mount here for the Bears. 3 ball is no good. Maul pushing the pace. Twidale looking to reset, gets it out to Gisela. Barnes thought about a 3. Twidale will take a 3, and Twidale will make a 3. Third triple of the game for Lulu.
It's just such unselfish play by the Bears. Taylor Barnes could have easily taken that shot, drops it off to Lulu, knocks it down. Just really good offensive flow so far this afternoon.
18 of the game for Lulu. Looking for another 3. Doesn't get a roll. Second chance opportunity on the offensive rebound for Cal. Barnes will line up the 3, and that one is good.
Taylor Barnes passes up the 3 on the last possession, but she's going to get herself one on the next one.
That's her third 3 of the game. That matches her season high. The answer on the other end, as the 3 is good for Cummins.
Cummins is a player that can get going in a hurry. In their last game, she knocked down 4 threes in just the first quarter, so she has the ability to knock down those big shots.
Maul trying to get into the 3-esta and does just that. Cummins on the other end, no. Barnes with the rebounds. Cal leading it by 41. Ojukwu stymied underneath. Waugh unable to get it to go on the doorstep. Twidale gets fouled in the open court, and that's going to allow both teams to make some substitutions here.
Lulu penetrates the defense, finds Maul on the wing. Textbook basketball, really, that's all that is. Great job offensively the Bears have done this afternoon, sharing the basketball and knocking down open shots.
Well, Puff Morris still, you saw her at the scores table as she's coming in for Twidale, but Lulu's got to shoot the free throws. Lulu knocks them both down, so 20 in the game for Lulu. Morris does indeed now come on. Don't know how much more we'll see of the starters here today for Cal. They'll have the next 2 days off before being back in action here on their home floor on Wednesday night. Ashley and I will have the call for that one as well on ACC Network Extra at 7 Pacific time. Nice job turning over the Spartans by the Bears. Twidale Walker gets a hand on it. Not sure what the call here is. Did they say she stepped out of bounds? So it's the not really sure why the play was blown dead there, but Johnson Musa coming on now. Morris from ball. Walker an offensive rebounds. Walker, quick pass into the corner. McCallum three won't go. Another offensive rebound. Bears can hold for the final shot of the quarter. And Charmin Smith telling Puff just that. Morris gets the high screen, the roll to the basket after the screen by Walker, and that is textbook execution of a screen and roll by the Bears.
And that's how you run an offensive.
These teams have met 36 previous times. Cal's won 26 of the previous 36, including a 40-point win back in 1994. Morris takes the basketball away. A lot of contact, no whistle, and now we will get a late whistle. So Morris is going to go to the free throw line. That is the definition of a late whistle. That was really late. Puff unable to hit on the first. See the accolades for Puff coming in as a top 25 recruit. She won the California Player of the Year. She won California Freshman of the Year, California Sophomore of the Year, California Junior of the Year, and California Player of the Year. A clean sweep during her high school career.
Held it down in California, took about just about every award possible, and then now even received Freshman of the Week honors so far. So really just came in with a purpose and a passion to get after it, and that's what she's done.
Droshuni able to knock down a three as Cal knocks down their 10th of the afternoon. San Jose State, they will head back to the South Bay and take on Bethesda on Wednesday. That could be a get-right game for them. Bethesda, a very small school down in the LA area. Get-right would be get a win. So they're looking at 0-8 after this one. McCallum knocks down a wide-open three, making 11 triples. First made three of the game for Grace McCallum.
Everybody getting a piece of that three ball this afternoon.
In fact, that was the first made three of the season for McCallum. Answer on the other end, right back by Scro.
It's been a tough afternoon so far for San Jose, but they have had small spurts where they've shown promise, they've shown what they're capable of. It's just gonna take work, getting in the gym, building that camaraderie and consistency with each other.
Walker doing her thing. Wonder how many more minutes she'll be in this game, but she's got 16 now. Adds to the point in the paint differential, 36-14. Think about it, Cal's got 36 points in the paint. San Jose has 31 points in the game. And the defense sparking the offense again. Morris off and running. Droshuni for three, well short. Three by McCallum. San Jose State on the other end, they needed more of these earlier in the game before it got out of hand. And it was out of hand early because Cal led 20-4 at the end of one.
And that's one of the things that the Spartans have struggled with this season is putting together a full game, 4 full quarters where they feel like they've played their best. I don't think Jonas Chatterton has seen that from his team yet so far this season.
A little miscommunication there as Morris thought Johnson Musa was going to cut to the basket. Instead, she was going into the corner for a three. Jonas Chatterton, he's got some work to do, no doubt about it, trying to rebuild a program that's had one winning season in the last 20 years. Cal still playing very aggressively defensively. Nice job tracking down that ball in the corner by Dillard.
And Dillard's got some good minutes this afternoon.
Sets up the three from Simons.
Simons as well. I think Dillard and Simons have got good minutes for the Spartans this afternoon. They haven't gotten a lot so far this season, but have shown that they can get out there and play.
Morris leaves that well short. Speaking of well short, that three barely hit the net, and now it's going to be Cal basketball. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in a game that the only remaining question to be answered is, what's the final margin going to be?
These last 5 minutes or so are going to be crucial for both teams, despite the score margin. You got a lot of players on the court for Cal that don't necessarily see big minutes every game, so this is going to be crucial for them. And then the Spartans, they're trying to continue to work and build their season. You want to finish out this game strong, even if you don't get the outcome that you want. You want to finish strong and have a good taste in your mouth going into their next game.
Naya Ojukwu has made her way to the scorer's table, so Sakima Walker's afternoon's about to be over on the next dead ball. Johnson Musa gets paid by Morris. And Puff with her fourth dime. And so back here to live action with 5 minutes remaining. San Jose State just trying to find something that they can get on the bus with, that they can feel good about. And I literally, during that timeout, Ashley, I scoured the stat sheet. I wanted to see if I could find one area in which San Jose State has been better than Cal today, and I can't. There's nothing. It's been that rough.
Yeah, Cal just a really good program. San Jose State non-conference schedule's been tough for them. Like you said, they want to finish this game out strong, have a good feel going into their next game.
And that dead ball is going to take us to the under 5 timeout. We'll step aside for one final time.
Put some good points on the board in the fourth. Got Maya Anderson out there. They got Pato, Riley Waugh. These are some of their players that can make big shots. So if they can, get a good little rhythm going here, they can end the game on a good note.
A lot of contact. Morris goes to the floor. Here come the Spartans the other way. Mecca Alexander, no. Cal has dominated the glass in this one, especially on the offensive end, but just overall, they've really just had their way.
52 rebounds for Cal compared to 27.
That's what I'm talking about. McCallum unable to connect, and Sophia Bose will check on for the Bears. So now the Bears will have officially played all 13 players on their active roster in this game today. Waugh dragged the pivot foot, and the turnover is going to give the basketball right back over to the Cal Bears. 16th turnover of the game for San Jose State. McCallum trying to get it inside for Ojukwu. Finally does come up with the basketball and then draws the foul. Foul going to be on Riley Waugh.
Ojukwu has such a way of getting herself to the free throw line. Just great body control. Even being undersized, still finds a way to get a shot up and get to the free throw line.
Naya Ojukwu, 14 points in this game. Bears with 3 players in double-digit scoring. Lulu Twidale, 20, Walker, 16, and Ojukwu, 15. Or excuse me, 14 still. Make it 16. Love that the crowd's still into it, still chanting for defense. And a 48-point game. Spin move draws the foul. Dillard will have a chance to go to the free throw line. Carla Fuster will check back in here for San Jose State. Fuster, a very quiet afternoon. Even the free throw line has not been kind to the Spartans, just 4 of 11. McCallum finds Ojukwu, that rattles out. Naya bats it into the air, but the Spartans come down with it. Crowd wanted to travel there. They thought the pivot foot got dragged. That 3 well offline. Second chance bucket is good, however, by Fuster.
That was a nice up and under spin move in there by Fuster. San Jose State is a team, I think, when they get to the Mountain West, not a lot of teams are going to want to play this team because they're kind of streaky. Sometimes they can be really good. Sometimes they have a lull and they can't score the basketball. But this is a team that can, you know, kind of get going.
Sophia Bowe is able to put it in for her first points of the season. Looking for some help. And we'll finally get a whistle here.
Yeah. Up, under, off the glass. Really nice move there by Fuster.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for San Jose State this afternoon. Cal's defense was suffocating. Speaking of defense, they flex the muscle one more time. McCallum. Oh, how good is that? McCallum in the open floor.
Euro step. Flicks up the finger roll, finishes.
Nice afternoon for Grace McCallum. A career high in points for her today with the 7. Callie season high 89 points. And Cal's going to improve to 30-1 all time under Charmin Smith when they get to 80 or more. Johnson Musa for Bose. Ojukwu, and why not add 2 more second chance points and possibly a third? 18 now in the game for Naya Ojukwu.
And Ojukwu just doing Naya Ojukwu things, making it look easy, getting active on the glass.
21-9 on the offensive glass for Cal today.
That's at least Ojukwu's second and 1 of the game.
And another stop. McCall forces the ball free. Cal does not need to shoot it. They will run out the clock on a 50-point victory over San Jose State. The Bears dominant in every department here this afternoon.